This is TWiT, This Week in Tech, episode 271, recorded October 24th, 2010. The chicken is the bun.
BMW.
You could say it, Joshua. They're Jews. It's
Jews.
the phone for Jews. That's what you're saying.
Jews in New York. That's
Newark.
I don't know. I don't think, Callie. I'm
By the way, I apologize to the Jewish people who are listening to this show. That was not intended as a slur in any way. I'm going to be
hurtful to me, Leo.
So sorry. Go ahead.
Thank you for going down that horrible road.
NPR is going to fire me as a commentator now. My career is shot. First of all, how do you like the air? You were the guy with the hands on. You like that, Joshua? It's a nice piece of meat. Is it nice?
Do you willing to accept my hands on?
I will touch your hands and love them.
Joe Canadian points out in the chat room, people are doing the Dutch sandwich. There's the KFC Double Down chicken sandwich, which is also.
Let me tell you something. I've had the Double Down.
You have?
I had it with grilled,
You really have. I heard it's delicious, but I cannot, in good conscience, bring myself to eat that.
You missed something.
Not a single piece of actual meat in there. But
Joshua did the healthy version, the grilled, not fried Double Down.
I was on a low carb. I was going on a low carb diet for about a month, and I had the double. The Double Down was totally allowable if you're doing low carb. No problem. So,
which tells you what's wrong with a low carb diet.
Pretty delicious. Yeah. No, it tells you what's right with the low carb diet. So you can have
I don't even know what's in a Double Down. I keep hearing this, but I have no idea what it is.
Simple. It's very simple. It is 2 chicken patties, either fried or grilled, as the bread, and then inside of the chicken patties is cheese and bacon. That's
and some sort of sauce. There's a
delicious cream sauce.
Cream sauce of unknown origin.
How do you eat it? The problem is there's no bun. So it's just a greasy thing all over your hand.
Right.
But the bun is the chicken. Yes, the bun's the chicken, and the meat is the cheese.
Do they give you some sort of special glove or anything?
They give you like a kind of thing you can unwrap, sort of like eating a burrito.
You need a Double Down glove.
They give you a surgical glove to eat the Double Down.
I think that's a great invention.
It's not the powdery kind.
Do you love? Who doesn't love P.G. Wodehouse and Jeeves? Here's a new recording of my man Jeeves. This will be very British here. We go.
I don't know if I ever told you about it, but the reason why I left England was because I was sent over.
All right, I'm not buying that. Forget that. There's some guy with a Brooklyn accent reading my man Jeeves.
Yeah, reading a British book.
It's wrong.
It's really wrong. Turns out if you are a multinational corporation, what you do, Clayton, you should be paying attention to this. You too, Callie. What you do is you set up.
Why shouldn't I be paying attention?
Because you're an ink-stained wretch. You'll never make any money. Net neutrality is a terrible name. It should be internet discrimination. We don't want internet discrimination.
That's actually good. You should try to champion that. You want to go? You and I can try to champion that together.
You want me to call Frank Luntz and have you work on some new words?
We need new words. For 4 years I've been saying it's not a podcast, it's a netcast.
Yeah.
How well is that?
How's that working out for you?
Yeah. We were going to do TV with MGM. I don't think anything ever came of it. But I do remember the most embarrassing moment. The MGM executives came in and said, we're very excited about this new movie. We think it's going to be a huge... And they screened the scene where Elizabeth Barkley is dry humping some guy. Okay, this is the scene.
My favorite scene.
And my jaw, I'm there with these executives. I'm like embarrassed. I'm mortified. I said, what are you thinking? This is the first NC-17 movie. This was going to be the big deal where the movie companies finally did adult movies with major stars.
Only had been even remotely good.
You were so outraged by that you put it in your Netflix Instant.
No, I never saw the movie. I was outraged. I never saw the movie, and then I'm going through Netflix. I go, oh, there's Showgirls. I remember that. I wonder what that movie is.
Oh, it is terrible.
Last night was the first time you watched it? No.
Yes.
Really?
I didn't finish it, but I was stunned.
Has anybody ever finished it, actually?
It's the most horrible movie.
Yeah, several times.
Well, it's
really,
it says on the Netflix thing, it's a cult. They say on the Netflix thing now, it was a terrible movie. Everybody hated it, but it's a cult classic now. All right, so let's play a game. Let's all go to our Netflix queue and see who has the movie that's been out the longest.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to win this. I'm going to lose it because I just finally gave up and sent a bunch of movies in.
I'm checking it out right now.
My oldest movie is September 23rd, Where the Wild Things Are. That's not so bad. That's not even a month yet.
What kind of movies?
Wait, is there a place that you look at that?
Yeah, you look at your queue.
I love how your choice is all NC-17 movies lately.
Okay.
Stop it! We're all pretty good.
I got 323.
Mark.
I'm telling you, I was waiting. I wanted Twin Peaks. I got the first season because we'd never seen it. I started watching it, and I wanted to get the second season
he's
on
had
delay. Like,
Twin Peaks.
You're the one.
Season 2, disc 1 of Twin Peaks.
You're the one. I swear to God, there's only one disc out there.
Are you serious?
You know why?
I'll send it to you.
There's no. Yeah, just send it to him. Just eliminate the middleman.
Things, right? And you go through your Netflix queue, you're like, I feel like I'm going to watch Cake Boss tonight, or Saw 2, or if you're Leo, Wild Things 2, straight to DVD.
Not Wild Things. Wait a minute. Now I understand what you're saying. Not Denise Richard Wild Things. Where the Wild Things Are, the Maurice Sendak children's movie, you pervert.
Sure, Leo. You got the Dutch Sandwich. You got Wild Things. We get it.
Although, come to think of it, Wild Things was a pretty good movie.
Yeah,
no, it wasn't. No.
The pool scene.
The pool scene.
Interesting what stuff they focused on getting right. Like every single shirt and fleece that I had in that movie is actually a shirt or fleece that I own. And basically they frame it as if the whole reason for making Facebook and building something was because I wanted to get girls or wanted to get into some kind of social institution. And I mean, the reality for people who know me is I've actually been dating the same girl since before I started Facebook, so obviously that's not a part of it. But I think it's such a big disconnect from, I think, the way that people who make movies think about what we do in Silicon Valley, building stuff, right? Like, they just can't wrap their head around the idea that someone might build something because they like building things.
I love that.